Buntag. Good morning. Welcome to our Mindanao Dream. It's been a while since we did a cost of living video, so here it is for the month of July. As a
heads up,
yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. The heads up. Cost of living has gone up here, especially in fuel and in grocery. So first off is grocery. 18,000 pesos for the month of July. That's with your meats, your vegetables, going to getting your oils and spices, eggs, stuff like that. Now we usually break that up into 2 visits. Early in like the first week of the month, we will go and get the majority of the items that we need, and then as the month progresses, maybe like in the 3rd week, if there's something that we're getting short on, then we'll restock it up. Next, internet. 2,000 pesos. Again, PLDT fiber. 25 megabytes per second. Excellent internet service that we have here. The next, water. Surprisingly lower than the average, or what we've been getting. Usually it's been over 500 pesos for the month.
yeah.
But for the month of July, only 377 pesos. Good job. Next.
I hope it continues.
So do I. It must be because of changing the plumbing up here. That's what caused it. Okay, next, salary, sueldo, for Bibi and Monong Robert. Monong Robert, 6,000 for Bukid, or the farm, and then plus he comes here twice a month to do yard work. Then Bibi helping take care of Sam and do cooking and cleaning around the house downstairs. 5,000.
Yes.
So for a total salary of 11,000 pesos. Next, we got 2 big guard dogs. They eat a lot.
They eat a lot and they poop a lot.
They poop a lot. So, and now since we don't have NCD and the everyday caretaker gardener type of person, guess who gets to clean up the dai? Yeah. But we got a schedule. First thing, we get up early in the morning, we rake the leaves, we clean the shit, and then we will feed the dogs early in the morning when it's still nice and still cool out. But a 20 kilo sack of dog food costs 1,580 pesos, and that lasts right about at a month. Next is electric, which was a little up this month due to us splurging a little bit, I guess you could say. In the evenings, it's been, in the month of July, it's been a little warmer than normal. Yeah. And so, especially for Sam at night, we put the aircon in his room for a few hours, and then maybe before we sleep, we'll put the aircon in our room for a few hours. So maybe 6 to 8 hours on a specific day. Not every single day, but and in fact, it's cooled off lately. We haven't used aircon in a few days. So it's not every day, and it's not all day long. But the cost of electric for the month of July was 6,277 pesos. Next, fuel. Diesel for the Raptor was 4,500 pesos. And that includes going to Palenque, any other type of going to town for whatever errands, and then for our excursions, trips that we go to like you saw earlier when we went to Kawakawa, when we went to Libuacan in Dagbina, that's fuel. So
And fuel has gone up really high too.
yeah, I guess from the last time that we did the video on February, it was like around 39. Now it's up to 44 pesos per liter.
Yes. We don't use so much with our scooter, so.
Yeah, then it's only 200. 200 pesos will fill the scooter up, and it's already into we're the 9th of August, and that 200 is taking care of all of July and so far into August. So we don't drive the scooter that often, and it gets better fuel mileage than the Raptor does, obviously. Then also we have grass cutter, and that's gas, and it was about 700 pesos that we spent on fuel for the grass cutters, and that was for mainly just here at the house. Grass cutter outside the fence, grass cutter on the inside.
That's something you have to think about living here in the Philippines, because before we never considered that before when we were in the States. When you have a big yard, something you need to think about maintenance of your big yard, or either hiring somebody to do it for you or you do it yourself. We got rid of our yard worker because we decided we can just save up a little bit.
Do it on our own, which we do. We'll get up early in the morning and rake up the leaves. I get to clean up the tahi for the dogs, and then feed the dogs. We get that done early in the morning. It's still nice, and the heat of the day has not come on us yet, so it's still cool in the mornings, and get that done early, get it out of the way. As far as the grass, we have 3 big sections of yard, and all 3 of them have to be mowed or cut with grass cutter right now. We've looked into the possibility of buying some type of a lawnmower or a grass mower. Not the one that we're looking at. If and when we get it, we will show it to you. It's not like the standard lawnmowers that you see in the States. They do sell those, but we checked into the prices. There's one that we saw at City Hardware, 48,000 pesos. That's basically $1,000 for a lawnmower.
Yes.
And you know how expensive lawnmowers they are, especially in the States. For $1,000, you're buying one hell of a lawnmower, and this was not no top of the line lawnmower by any stretch of the imagination.
Yeah, I'd rather have a medium house but a smaller yard, because maintenance.
That way, then we can take care of it ourselves versus have to have somebody. Pearl wants to take and cement everything. Then we don't have to worry about any more lawns, any more grass. And
it's like it's getting tiring doing it.
I've suggested at least in one of the sections to make it like a chaparral, so it's just sand or gravel or rocks, something like that. So then that we only have 2 sections to have to worry about maintaining with grass. But we'll see how that goes.
So that's something you have to think about when you're living here in the Philippines.
Yeah.
Small yard.
Small yards. Smaller dogs. Smaller tahi. Okay, next we have miscellaneous. About 5,972 pesos miscellaneous. And then let's go mineral water, about 210 pesos. Now the containers that we get filled up are 15 pesos each, and we have 9 containers. So I think we usually fill them up
Twice a month. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we do pretty good at.
Yeah, we do pretty good, especially now that we don't have workers. When we had workers, we were going through 9 or so of those bottles a week, or less than a week.
Yeah.
So that's
So-
good. Next is
Cell phone load.
cell phone load.
Video
A
or-
limited call and text,
Mhm.
350 pesos this month. That's
about it.
it. So the total for this month was 51,166 pesos.
It's a little bit high compared from the last time. What was the last time?
It was 800 and something.
dollars
So 1,065
by 40.
US dollars at 48 pesos per dollar. So it's pretty close to about $150 more in July than it was in February earlier this year.
So you,
Which
depending upon your lifestyle.
If we would have toughed it out, no aircon, we could have probably been down in our average, which is around 5.8 to 6.2 on electricity instead of.
Electricity is pretty high. We should invest on solar.
We've thought about doing that. At least, the way the house has been structured and built, we could separate the top half from the bottom half of the house and make the top half run on solar. Easy enough to do, because that's where we do most of our living. Our cooking is downstairs, but the stove is propane. It's not gas. I mean, it's not electric. We very rarely use the oven. And we don't use air conditioning downstairs. So we're talking just lights and receptacles for the fans downstairs. So there's probably very little electricity used downstairs. We could probably look at also the water storage for the pumps, putting them on solar.
Yeah, that would be good.
And then upstairs. That way, if they're on solar, then during the day we could have the air conditioners running all day long, keeping the house upstairs up at a nice 72, 75 degrees. And then by nighttime, then there's no issue as far as the house being hot. At nighttime we could turn the air conditioners off and just sleep with a fan on or something. But that's something that we're looking into, and hopefully that we can do that in the near future. And if and when we do that, we will do a video on it.
Also, we're also thinking about it gets run out a lot here.
Just this last week,
Yes.
we had unexpectedly, I guess, a transformer or some transmission line caught on fire, and we were without power. Went out at 6 o'clock at night. Yeah, so no fans, nothing. We have emergency lights, but no emergency generator, and it got pretty warm and uncomfortable there in the house, upstairs, especially upstairs.
It came back till midnight.
Yeah.
That was not nice.
So yeah, I've been doing some research and looking for an emergency generator that I can hook up to this system with a ATS automatic transfer switch. And if and when we get that will be another video that we will share with you. So until next time, from here in the Philippines, Mindanao, Bislig City, Cape Villa, salamat. God bless.
God bless. See you next time.